Yeah, hey Anthony. I'm somewhere in the arena. I don't know where you are right now, but
In the
I
media
wanted
room?
you to just walk us through the final sequences where you guys were able to pull that out, and did it feel like an NBA basketball game, even though no fans and obviously this different arena?
Uh, no, we want to make sure that they got a 2 point bucket out of three, and somehow Paul got open. We'll look at it on film. Made it three, but we wanted to make sure that we come out and execute on the offensive end. Um, it felt like a real game to me. Two teams battling. Obviously, it's always a good game between us two teams, and the more and more that we get used to this arena, you know, the more easier it'll be. But can't complain for the first game.
Yep.
Melissa?
Hey Dee, so even in a game with no fans and considering that, the stakes were comparatively low, it seemed like the intensity was just as high as if it were, a huge game in front of 20,000 fans. Is that how it felt for you guys too?
Yeah, I mean, when we're out there playing, we don't really notice, that there's no fans in the game or at the game. We just go out there and compete and try to get the win. So, they did a great job with the crowd noise. Especially when we, scored a bucket or got a stop, got pretty loud. Also at timeouts. So they did a good job with that. But like I said, when we're out there competing, we just worry about the five guys on the floor and trying to get a win.
Okay. Kyle Goon, please.
Sorry, could you defer to
Oh,
somebody?
sure. Joe Barton.
What were your emotions like before the game as a broadcast?
Um, Obviously, it's a sensitive subject. I mean, we want to make sure that we did, something as a league, the NBPA and the NBA, and all the players, just had a consensus that, kneeling was best, something that we can do as a league and be unified. And, um, we go out here and play, not for us, but for everything that's going on around the world. And for them, I didn't know they were going to have a video up there, so I think that was pretty cool. I'm not sure they're going to do it before every game, but I think that was really cool to kind of play that video and just kind of remind us, what's going on in the world, because we're so locked into this bubble. We're not out there, seeing what's going on unless it's on social media. So for both teams to come together, the head coaches kind of switch and us locking arms together around in front of the Black Lives Matter, I think it was a powerful statement.
Okay, Tanya Ganguly.
That third quarter, there was such a huge swing. It seemed like the Clippers had a chance to at least run away with it.
Yep.
You made sure that didn't happen. Can you sort of take us through your vantage point, how you saw that period unfolding?
We came out kind of slow. They were getting a lot of open shots. We were fouling. We wasn't playing any defense, and we couldn't make shots. We had a couple bad shots, some open shots that we usually make, and we just kind of stayed with it. We knew they were going to make a run. They made their run, got up 11. They just wanted to make sure that we just kept playing, pick it up defensively, and we were able to do that. And then we started making shots on the offensive end, kind of gave us that extra boost that we needed going into the fourth. And it was a close game all the way to the end. So we just wanted to make sure that they didn't run away with it, because they definitely had a chance.
Tanisha.
Fidel?
Hey Anthony, it's Mike Trudell back in Los Angeles. Just wondered what you thought of some of those second unit groupings when Russo and Waiters and Cruz were in there with you, and if there's anything that you can focus on in those small ball groups specifically.
Try to run. Anytime we got to stop, we want to run. Whether I'm pushing Kuz, AC, and then still trying to implement, Dion and Jr. into the system. But I think for the most part we played well. We played well as a unit. We had our moments on defense where we could play better, but for the most part, we were able to do, execute our scheme, especially on the defensive end. But let's say that second unit played extremely well. AC played well down the end, making some big buckets for us. And Kuz made some big shots. So, guys really getting back into a rhythm.
Or?
Hey Anthony, you guys are now 2-2 again. The Clippers, Frank said before the game that you guys will probably run into each other again before this is all said and done. I'm just wondering, at this point, after you've gone through this season series, do you feel like these are the two teams in the West? Do you feel like that the only team that will stand between you guys in the finals?
I'm worried about one team, and that's the Lakers. We can't control what other teams do, how they play, or what they're going to do. So we only control what we can control, and that's how hard we play and going out and competing every night.
Last two questions. Kyle?
BD, after you guys played this game in March, you described this as a series that you liked because it was physical, it was gritty. Did it still feel that way tonight? Did it feel a lot different, a little different?
I felt the same. Obviously, didn't have two guys who really helped them out in that second unit, Lou and Montrez, but they got other guys that can come in and play. But it still felt like a game back in Staples, where it's physical, it was gritty. Guys who were getting after it, compete on both ends of the floor, both teams, and that's what makes playing them so fun.
And last question, Mark Medina.
Anthony, there's so many different elements of the game, right? With different runs, the whistles, adapting no fans. What does it take to just get through all those different frustrations?
The refs hear everything we say now, so that's kind of new for us. So we kind of gotta kind of tone it in a little bit. But I think we just, for us especially, we just gotta keep playing. Can't worry about calls and everything like that. The less we try to complain to the refs, argue a call, the better we'll be. And it's everyone. But like I say, it was a good first game for us. I think we played extremely well on both ends of the floor. Atmosphere was a little different, but I think as the game go on, you get adjusted to it, and you get locked into what's going on the floor, and not more so what's going on outside of the floor. But as far as the in-game things, I think it was all good.